listening to the Conscious Leadership and the Women into Business Academy episodes. If you have any questions, please ask. You can find me on all of the normal social media channels, along with Facebook pages and groups, LinkedIn pages and a YouTube channel. If you like what you have heard, please share to spread the message. And if you have anybody or a subject matter that you would like me to either interview or talk about, please let me know. I'm reading the most recent People Management magazine from the CIPD, which I am still a member of. And there's a survey in there of the readers of People Management about how the pandemic, coronavirus, whatever you want to call it, has helped or hindered their professional development. And there are 8 questions that I wanted to share with you because I've had an interesting insight. So question 1 was, my organisation hasn't been able to offer as many learning and development opportunities. Question 2, my organisation has offered fewer opportunities for promotion. Question 3, I've had more time to spend on my own professional learning and development than I would have normally. Question 4, my organisation hasn't been able to offer pay rises. Question 5, I've taken more responsibility for my own professional learning and development than I did before. Question 6, I've had to cancel or postpone a major career move or decision. Question 7, I've made more of an effort to network online with my peers. And the 8th question is, generally speaking, my career progress has been hindered. Now, I'll give you the answers to those questions as I go through. But on every single one of those 8 questions, there is a percentage between 1% and 8% who don't know. They can't answer the questions because they don't know, which I find quite incredible, around how you don't know whether your organisation has offered fewer opportunities or you personally have made more of an effort to network online with your peers, or whether you've had to cancel or postpone a major career move or decision. So from 1% to 8% on the 8 questions, on every single question there is a percentage that say they don't know the answer, which I find bizarre, to say the least. And then the other options are strongly agree, disagree, or strongly disagree. Now, I will say the don't knows are the less percentage on every one of the other 4 options. I will say that. And the strongly disagree and the strongly agree are the next lesser percentages, if that makes sense. So the organisation hasn't been able to offer as many learning and development opportunities. Between strongly agree, disagree and strongly disagree, they're sort of evenly split, as are in reality all of the other questions. I mean, some of them are actually 50-50, which is very interesting, because what does that lead me to talk about? And this was why I thought I would do this episode. It clearly means that within organisations, people have got different opinions. Now, I don't know the organisations that were polled for this. And of course, one organisation may be more severely affected than another organisation, without any doubt. Some industries have been annihilated by what's gone on in the last year, and not just in the UK, but across the world, whereas other organisations have thrived. I read a report that one organisation's market share had gone up 1,291%. So let alone double, they've doubled and doubled and doubled and doubled and doubled. And the sale of slippers, which I hadn't and would never have thought about, went up an incredible percentage as an industry. So anybody that was in the slipper industry has probably been, I'm going to say, working their socks off to to create those slippers for everybody at home to wear. I would imagine the sales of outdoor shoes have probably gone down, and maybe the sales of walking boots or trainers have probably gone up. Maybe the sale of sportswear's gone up, but the sale of milkshakes maybe has gone down, or definitely the sale of clothing, especially with the retailers on the high street, would have gone down. But then have the sales of the businesses who put their clothing online gone up? I don't know in reality, but all I do know is when you're talking about clothing is I haven't bought any, and what I have been wearing over the last year is things that are really truly comfortable, because I've been, working from home a lot more than I would have. I'm currently moving, and I got my shoes out of the wardrobe and forgot I had some of them because I haven't been on my feet for over a year, or just about coming up to a year. So thinking about how's your learning and development, how has your organisation provided you with learning and development opportunities, and have you found them for yourself? There have been some phenomenal free opportunities online that I have noticed, from how to speak, to building your confidence, to starting your own online business. I mean, the spectrum has been huge of the free opportunities that people have put out there in the attempt to help people through this whole process that we've been going through, which of course is a process of change, which leads me on to something I shared this morning on Clubhouse. So I run a Clubhouse room every morning between 7 and 9. It is property based. I do others, but I go in as the mind flow, mindset, personal development, learning and development type individual, and I am a property investor as well. And one of the things that popped up this morning, because it was the budget yesterday in the UK, is that there are 2 certainties in life. And this is a quote from Benjamin Franklin in 1789. There are 2 certainties in life, which are death and taxes. Now, of course, life was slower back then. It was a different culture. It was a different way of being. It was a different environment. It was a different time completely. One of the things that I said this morning was that I'd like to update that 2 certainties in life, death and taxes, and I'd add a third, especially for the 21st century, the 20th century, and going into the 22nd century. And that one thing that I would like to add is change. And change definition is making or becoming different. So thinking about going to the 6 basic human needs, which are certainty, variety, significance, connection, growth and contribution, as spoken about by Tony Robbins. If you just go with the top 2, certainty and variety, the opposite of certainty is uncertainty, and the opposite of variety is the same. So we have all of these within us all of the time. And when we are looking to change, to do something different, we are looking for variety. And of course, what may happen is that the people around you are not in that phase of their life, or phase of the day or the week or the month or the year of looking for variety. They are looking for certainty. That then led me to think about the 5 regrets of the dying. So going back to the 2 certainties in life, death and taxes, the greatest regret of the dying on their deathbeds, and this was a piece of research done from a palliative care nurse in Australia, and she interviewed a lot of people in her career in doing that as a role. Their top greatest regret was that I wish I had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life that others expected of me. And I would ask you to think about that for yourself, linked to all of the change we have been going through across the world in the last year. What is the life that you want to live, and what courage do you need to have to do that? What knowledge do you need to have to do that? And going back to the poll in the People Management magazine, learning and development opportunities, which ones are you taking? Which ones are you creating? Are you on social media platforms asking questions, whether it be verbal or written? Are you learning? Are you actively increasing your knowledge and your wisdom so that you do have the courage to go for the promotion, start a business, find a new job, whatever that might be for your career? We all need financial security. We all need financial certainty to get our basic needs met, which then leads me on to another thing about, are you living beyond your needs? Are you living with want? I'm currently packing up to move. This is a sort of an unconscious chain of thoughts that's coming out of my head. I'm packing up to move, and the amount of stuff, in inverted commas, I have is quite scary in reality. And this is the second move in 5 years, and the first move I downsized, and I'm downsizing even more now. Because I just don't in reality need all of the things I have. They're nice to have. They're nice things. I like nice things around me, but I don't really need them. So if you're thinking about, a change of career, a change of life, and you need the courage to go out and do that. And courage, if you break it down, is core and age. Core meaning heart, and age that will give you the wisdom. So if you access the wisdom of your heart and the wisdom of your age, and however old you are, you don't have to be old to have wisdom, that's for sure. Some of my mentors are younger than I am because they have trod a different path in their life. So think about what you would like your future to be. Vision it. There's lots of other episodes on this sort of thing about visioning. Link your vision for whatever it is to whatever it is you want to do, and then go out and take the courage to live a life that is true to yourself, not the life that others expected of you. And then think about, if you are looking for variety, and you may be surrounded by people who are in the certainty and craving certainty phase, you may, or they may, try to influence you to not do what it is you want to do. So surround yourself with people who are of a like mind to you. Whatever it is that you want to do, find another job, change your job, start a business, become a property investor, invest in crypto, altcoins, learn about blockchain, whatever it is you want to do. Enjoy it. Seek the wisdom of age, but look at the world through the eyes of a child. Be curious, ask the questions, go out and broaden your world. The world is a fabulous place, so go out and broaden what you know. Our future does not have to be predicted by our past. That is for sure. So a relatively short episode for this Monday. Go out, enjoy your day, whatever it is that you're doing. Go at it with a positive light. Enjoy the day and enjoy your future. Hello and welcome to the Conscious Leadership Podcast, which now includes a specific thread for the Women into Business Academy. My name is Julie Hogbin, your host on both podcasts, and if you have any questions on anything you hear, please ask. And if you would like a specific topic covered, let me know. And if you like what you hear, please share.